Noel's News. It's Noel's News. I'm young fella.
Well, Noel,
I'm fine. Yeah.
I
Thanks.
was waiting. I didn't know if you were going to say something smart to me. So,
Oh no.
how's the coronavirus been
no
treating
need
you
to
this
get
week?
chipper with me. I am. You will be delighted to know maintaining social distancing.
Good man.
I rang the shop.
Yeah.
I said I want to order 4 bottles of flat 7-Up. They were all sold out.
Yeah.
They don't need the fizzy stuff left.
Oh.
I said, that's no fucking good to me. I got 6 pallets of tinned beans. We are not leaving the house.
6 pallets.
Yeah, but we may need to crack a window. And in case I die, I got Carmel 2 bales of briquettes. Keep her warm at night.
Keep her going.
For a while.
Yeah.
I don't want her living too long that she's going to remarry. A respectable amount of time. You know, serve your time as an old one. You know, I like old ones. To be an old one, what do? You go to mass, you bake copious amounts of carrot cake, and you get a small dog who never stops barking. Right? Then you are officially an old one. And you're allowed to go around town telling people how to live their lives. That is the job of old ones. That is why society needs old ones. When we were small, there was an old one living up the road, and I would have been 6 or 7 years of age, only a pup. And the mother used to send me up, do a few jobs. You know, this kind of way.
Yeah.
It'd be, oh, Noel, cut a few sticks, clean the chutes, shape her back, the usual. And she used to say, wished the deaths are on. And we'd all go silent and listen to the radio. And I eventually asked her, I said, Nell, why are you so interested in the death notices? And she said, one day I'll hear my name on that notice. And I was like, Nell, I know you're a senile old hag, but don't think that's how the death notices works. And she was always like, I want to see who's dying. I said, Nell, it's not the weekend soccer fixtures. She thought it was like the weather forecast. And dying this week is Mary Lucy. Mary has had the gout for 2 years and family are just sick of cleaning her. We wish her all the best in the afterlife. So eventually Nell did die. And the Undertaker said she had the nicest back I'd ever seen. I was bursting with pride.
Oh, yeah.
So in these tough times, I'm asking you, ring your elderly neighbours. See, do they need a hand? Do you know? We forget about the old people. Because I rang my lads and I said, send up the grandchildren. And they said, no, they can't. The grandchildren can't be up with the grandparents. I said, obviously, I make them call me Noel.
Okay.
They're not allowed to call me Daddy. You know, only Carmel calls me Daddy. But her mind is starting to go, so it's been interesting. But, so my lad said, no, Noel, you can't have the grandchildren up. They might infect you. And I said, easy solution. The grandchildren can power hose the yard, and I shall be safely seated on my quad, directing operations with a megaphone 15 yards away. Do you know what I mean? That's it, Sarah. 2 hands on the hose. So, they want to come to my house, you know, and they might want to use the bathroom or get something to eat, and I'll simply say no. You little disease-ridden bastards. So help the elderly. Now, my first news story of the week. There's still a little bit of news going on in the world. The land of soccer, samba, dancing, and sunny beaches. It is, of course, Douro. No, but did you know there is no coronavirus in Douro?
How do you know?
Well, the coronavirus just forgot about Douro. Like the rest of the world. So when society descends into apocalyptic chaos, the one place that will be completely unaffected, Douro. Douro will not get the coronavirus because nobody goes to Douro. No, Douro actually has a lovely festival where they display scarecrows.
Yeah, Scarecrow Festival.
Scarecrow Festival. Now, it's not exactly Cancun, but it's nice, right? See, the locals can't attract any actual people. So they make them out of straw.
We've been giving Leash a bad doing on this podcast. You're not helping, though.
Douro's Kilkenny, is it?
No, it's Leash.
Huh?
Do you want me
Maureen,
to fact check that?
Maureen's going to fact check that now.
Yeah. Fact check it before we go any further, Maureen. This could
Okay.
be 1-0 to Smacks, let's say.
Oh, Duro Leash, yeah.
Oh, Laois, there you
Southeast
There you
County
go.
Leash,
go.
yeah.
I've never
You
been.
senile old bastard.
We're going to have words now after the podcast.
If Noel hurts you, I'm not getting involved.
You wouldn't come out to the farm later. I'm cleaning the slurry tank. I need a hand. Did you ever have a scarecrow when you were young? No.
No.
Maureen.
No.
Well, we made a scarecrow that looked like Daniel O'Donnell. And it was holding up a sign saying, Daniel is king, Mick Flavin is useless, right? And well, it was a right job because not only did it it scared some crows away, but when people would drive by, they would stop and roar abuse at it. Some people even threw stones. So we never had crows. They scared all the crows away.
Wow.
Win-win.
Works well.
You know, this would be big Mick Flavin country around here.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd be as popular as Jesus now. Mick Flavin, would be, you know what I mean? Like when you go to a Jesus gig, a.k.a. Mass, right? You might get bread and wine. You go to a Mick Flavin show. You might get, a hand shandy, box in the jaw. Depending where the lady's from. But it's always a good show. I'm going to make it after all. Mick Flavin, bye.
I don't know Mick Flavin at all.
Oh, you haven't lived. You haven't fucking lived. And now another town where they love the music of Mick Flavin is, of course, Brazil. They were talking about the land of soccer and samba. Now, in beautiful Brazil, they unfortunately have 720,000 lads in prison. Wow. Imagine the population of Clare, Limerick and Galway combined. All those people locked up. Oh no. What would we do without Clare people? Huh? Live quite happily, I imagine. Bar Marty Morrissey, obviously, who would be a devastating loss to women. But the news is, in Brazil, they're getting prisoners to do the work. Not just, breastfeeding a shovel like the boys on the road here. Or, operating a stop-go sign until you turn demented. They're getting them to grow trees. They plant seeds to grow the trees. Good for the government. And, of course, Brazil is in the environment, so it's good for them. There was a meeting planned in the parish hall to see if we would join the environment, but it's probably going to be called off now. But so they pay the inmates minimum wage, which goes to the family, and first time in history, a wife might actually know how much her husband is earning.
Oh.
I'd tell my wife, oh yeah, there's the wages. And then she'd be like, and how did you have money to go to the pub last night? And I'd say, I won it in a dog. And after about the 100th time I used that excuse, she thought I was clairvoyant. She said, Jesus, Noel, you're going to have to go full-time back in Greyhounds. You never lose. I'd be fucking drinking the cash I got for welding the gate. She thinks I'm the dog whisperer or something. But so these Brazilian inmates, for every 3 days they work, 1 day is taken off your sentence. Some of them had never worked before going to prison. Now they have a skill and experience. So up Brazil.
Oh, Brazil.
Up Brasilia, right? Brazil for the county. Now, just to tell you a bit of local news. I am declaring independence. I'm going to turn to the camera for this. Yes, my long-running feud with the Irish government has come to a head. This week, the Gardaí rang our house, our home house. They said they must insist, mind you, insist that I immediately cease shooting our neighbour's son. There might have been an incident on Patrick's Day. I was in the garden listening to Clannad, my Clannad record collection. I had worked my way up to their 6th studio album, 1983's Magical Ring, apparently written about Twink. I was playing a drinking game where I took a shot of whiskey every time there was a flute solo. And well, by album number 6, I was fairly bamboozled. A young lad came in over the wall, over through the ditch for a football, and I thought he was a banshee, so I gave him a nice zing with the shotgun. Well, he's off school anyway, so he's not missing much. Doctor said he'd be up in about no time.
Okay.
But diplomatic relations between the Furlongs and the Lonergans are at an all-time low. So I'm seceding away my new independent kingdom, Noel land.
Oh my God.
Well, Noel land will take its place among the nations of the world. I have written to the Prime Minister of Mongolia and have invited him and his family to stay with us here in Noel land. The spare room is ready to go. It was only painted last July with classic magnolia. So, to you, Prime Minister Uk Hangangin Koroleshuk, the kettle is on. This week, we are hoping to sign a big trade deal with Gambia. The West African nation has agreed to take 4 calves off me. Delivery arrangements yet to be finalised, and not to be showing my hand here, but I hope they collect the fucking things, because it's a long way to go with 4 Hereford calves in the back of a van. Carmel has been appointed Minister for Scones. My son Padraig is Minister for Foreign Affairs. We will now only respond to diplomatic letters from the Irish government or the tidy towns whose jurisdiction ends at the hump in the road beside Dermot's Gate. If relations improve after the virus outbreak, I shall return to my duties as Junior B manager in the local GAA team, but I will insist members call me Sultan. Sultan Noel, Lord of Kilbrine.
Oh.
I will also accept Emperor Noel or Kaiser Furlong. Our national anthem will be Magical Ring by Clannad. I wish you well, Ireland. May our paths cross again. Good day.
I think this coronavirus is really getting you know.
You will address me by my proper title.
Will we see you next week, Sultan?
Perhaps we await your letters, and I must go now because Queen Carmel has the tea on.
See you next week.
Cheers out.
Adios, as they say in Noland.